Hi, welcome back to Like a Therapist. My name is Kat, and today we're going to talk about why so many people just can't seem to communicate well. And of course, communication in life, literal, peaceful, patient communication is very, very essential to life. Okay, it's obvious. All right, so, we all watch news, we all know what's going on in the world, and it's far from being peaceful, correct? Well, a big part of that is there is truly a spiritual warfare out there, as far as I'm concerned, and that is why this is happening. Can we do anything to solve it? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's my um, religious, cultural, or whatever belief, philosophical belief. That's just me. And I don't adhere, I just will let you know, I don't adhere to any one religion. Absolutely never, ever, ever have. Well, there's one that I really love, and I won't even get into that right now. Okay, so communication, though, we're promised that this life that we have can be a blessing despite all of this worldwide warfare and things that are going on. How is that possible? And even I ask myself that a lot because I'm a strong, compassionate. I get sad at the world. I know how to get happy too, thankfully, right? But communication in personal relationships is the answer. If the world isn't communicating, the spiritual warfare is going on, in my opinion, then communication with individuals, though, really can be better. Now, how is that possible either? Because most of my clients come to me with huge communication problems, some work problems that they're having communication issues with, but mainly relationships, as we know. So, wow. Number one, I think, and I do all my videos ad lib, I've said that before, but number one, mainly the communication, the reason why people do not communicate well is number one, they don't know how to communicate well. Because number two, they're afraid to communicate well. If they're completely honest, then there's a host of different reasons they fear vulnerability, their own insecurities, fear of being judged. I literally could sit here all day and list um, the many billions of reasons that people are the way they are, because there are many billions of people. Okay, so your relationships, though, it's very important. First of all, this could go into a lot of other subjects too. How many relationships really matter to us? What are we getting from our relationships that make it so important for us to communicate? I just have to throw this in there. If it's a kind of just maybe a sexual relationship, nothing extra, then not a whole lot of need to communicate unless you want to be in working towards love with that person or a deeper relationship. Number two, the relationship between a partner, let's just say that, married or not, a partner. If it's a love relationship, a physical and emotional attachment that you're searching for something deeper from and you want to keep that in your life forever, then yes, it is essential to communicate with that person on a deeper spiritual level and to be able to be vulnerable with them. And you know what? I'm going to go so far as saying not only do you have to be vulnerable with them, you have to be 100 freaking percent honest, open in every way. For you to achieve that complete, unadulterated happiness, it requires complete, unadulterated honesty on every level. And that is extremely hard for most people. Um, I can honestly say it's never really been too hard for me. I've always been willing to admit any, I'm a very, even that vulnerable now that I think about it, because I'm able myself, and I now feel like that's almost a gift, to be completely open. Everybody knows everything about me in my personal life. I have no fear about any judgment whatsoever, because let them judge. Because if they do, which most people don't, with me, some people do, but if they don't, then that's honestly just really left in the hands of the divine anyway, right? And it's not good to badger somebody for something maybe they've done in their past. And that's not fair. Um, I know I saw something on Facebook once. It said, I'm not a hypocrite if I truly did change and I really do see the benefits of my change and want to share them and help others. So that is so true. Um, that is so true. Okay, so communication is, again, extremely essential in order to have a very peaceful life. We all scream for peace. We all want peace. We all want to just get up in the morning, skip around the house, look great, pamper ourselves a little bit, clean. That's so important. Do our daily little routines. But we want peace. And so many times things are thrown at us, obviously, that aren't peaceful. If we know how to communicate with others, then guess what? We're communicating with ourselves, and that's satisfying to our soul. So no one wants any off communication or drama or misunderstood feelings. Or I particularly think of a work situation right now where it was imperative for my client to communicate, and she just refused. And I said, if you do not communicate out of fear that they will not listen, then it's 100% failure, literally 100% failure. And she agreed, and she did approach her people, and it did get resolved. So there you go. Never accept 100% failure, I guess. All right, communication is tough, but if we see it on a global scale as basically destroying the earth because of warfare and oh wow, I'm going to go into that subject later. You bet I will. But understanding that the peace that excels all thought, that's a scripture, by the way, the peace that excels all thought will come from where? Within, and being able to communicate with others and feeling understood, having that those people in your life. That I wanted to say that one person, but there are always more than one person in our life, right? So having the ones that you love in your life who will communicate with you, that's a blessing. And I only really have a few people that will really open up, and I see that in my business too. So common sense and says human nature is not an easy one to communicate with. So keep it up, keep trying, don't give up. That's a lesson for today. But hope all your day goes well and the rest of your entire life for that matter. But the only way you're going to get peace, we worry too much if others are at peace sometimes. The only way you're going to get peace is just being yourself, communicating the best you know how, not trying to over communicate either. I think, I almost ended this. I told you I do this, I love. I almost ended this at that, but I really want to say don't over communicate either. Definitely don't over communicate. Sometimes that's just too much for people who can't process emotion like you can, or understanding that maybe you're just processing your emotion in your over communication. There are many variables to all of this. Human nature kind of is like a spider web, right? It's different for everyone. It's like a snowflake. It's just everyone's so different. It's so important for you to understand that. Love, I am going to end this here, and we will see you again on another topic. Maybe we'll talk about not Christianity, not Christianity. I'm a lover I'm a believer in Jesus Christ, of course. I've said that before. I really have to come from a different place to be able to help people that I work with. So much love, and have a good day to all you love.